And welcome, Blue Devil Nation, as we come to you from the Don Ridler Field House, where the Lawrence Tech women's basketball team is going up against University of Michigan Dearborn. Blue Devils coming into this game 14-15, 10-9 in conference, and UMD is coming in at 11-15, 9-9 in conference. Last time these two teams matched up, UMD got the better of the Blue Devils, winning 50-63, with really the first quarter being the downfall for the Blue Devils, with UMD outscoring them 23-7. And then the Blue Devils fought back the rest of the game but just couldn't close it down. Joining me today is John Snow as my analyst. John, so how do you think the game's going to go today?
Well, this is a critical game for both these teams, especially coming towards the tail end of the season. For Lawrence Tech, this is their last game. UM-Dearborn, they still have one more game left to go at Concordia. But like you said, the Blue Devils really want to look to bounce back, especially coming off that victory from Cornerstone just a few days ago. And that was a huge victory for them and very tight game. So all these games coming down right to the tail end of the season are the most critical.
Yeah, and the big thing I'm going to be looking at today is Kendall Fisher, the lone senior for the Blue Devils. She's been kind of their root off or their shining light when they've kind of had some really stormy weather throughout this season. And sometimes you can see her kind of go silent in games, and then all of a sudden she wakes up and it seems like the whole team seems to be reinvigorated and they get on a roll here. I did the Huntington College game that they did that. In the first half, shooting was kind of all over the place, and then once closer they got to the second half, they really woke up, and then they really took over in the second half. But talking to Coach Howergan before the game, she said the big thing they've kind of been focusing on going into the postseason, conference playoffs and all that was consistency, details, and playing to 440 minutes. So I think that's the one thing we should really look at in this first half is how good are they on the details? Are they going to be consistent? And can they play the first two quarters to the full time?
Yes, indeed.
So starting for the Blue Devils today, we have Dominique Evans, Kendall Fisher, Kylie Beatty, and Jade Ferris. And then for the Wolverines, we have Rajane Wells, Maricela Macias, Mariah Taylor, India Grissom, and Sydney Williams. And Jade Ferris going to put that one up, but she's going to get fouled on that, and that's going to be a nice 2 shots quick off. Ferris, one of the better free throw shooters, I would say, for the Blue Devils so far this season.
And this has been their main game plan. They always go down to Jade Ferris down low, and they let her work the ball down low in the paint. And that has been basically their game plan throughout the whole season because they utilize their outside shooters and they also utilize their forwards down below.
Yeah, and I mean, Ferris shooting just under 80% on the season for free throws, getting that second one there to drop. But you can tell when the Blue Devils are kind of into it, and Maricela, that one's going to go up and over, so missing on that 3-shot there. But usually when Ferris gets going down in the paint, that opens up so many avenues because Fisher, you have speed, then you have Huey on the outside who, when she heats up, it's like a tomahawk missile. It's going to hit. So we'll see.
You see UM-Dearborn using that full court press. This is the aggressiveness that we saw in the last game where they went up big in the first quarter, up 23.
Right there, Huey for 3. That one's going to go off the back lip. But Beatty able to get up. This is the last time these two teams went against each other. Beatty led the Blue Devils in rebounds with 7.
And she also led the team in points with 15, and only just right behind her was Fisher with 10. And for UM-Dearborn, they had 4 players with double-digit points.
Yeah, as right now, Wells was going to be keying up on Fisher, so that's going to be interesting because it's speed versus speed. And Evans down in the paint there, fouling Wells. So we'll see how well Blue Devils are going to be able to contain their offense so far.
Like I said, they're going to try to work down to Jade Ferris down low, but they're also going to rely on their outside shooters, that being Julia Huey and also even Maggie Long when she comes off the bench.
Yeah, and Wells only shooting 61% on the free throws so far on the season. Fisher finds Huey over on the wing. Ferris down low. Evans on the corner, cuts in. She's going to throw that one up. That one's going to go off the side of the rim.
Had a clear lane, just couldn't finish it right there. This team will not shoot many shots from outside the arc. They really like to work down low and use the lanes.
And the Blue Devils doing a really good job of kind of setting up a zone defense there. And that's going to be the first 3 shot of the game for Sydney Williams, the senior from Canton, Michigan. So tie game here with 7:33 left in the first quarter. Now Huey over on the wing, goes far side. Fisher for 3. That one's going to go off the back lip, but Blue Devils getting the rebound.
Heads up play by Ferris as she swatted that ball right to Julia Huey.
Ferris trying to find a way open. Evans for 2. That one's going to go off the lip. And Macias is going to grab the rebound there and take it down herself. She takes that one to the rim, and that's going to be an and one for Macias.
The last thing Blue Devils want to do is to get in early foul trouble right there. And we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, now we have Long and Eddie Nagel coming in here. As the seasons kind of went on, we've really started to see them getting some major minutes, which is definitely interesting, but it is a pretty heavy freshman team for the Blue Devils. So
very young team, but they continue to get better. They continue to learn it, and according to Coach Grace Howerton, they continue to impress her every day as they just try to work together.
Yeah, she mentioned that the freshmen have really, the team as a whole, not just the freshmen, have really shown some grit and have been resilient, that no matter the score, they're going to still fight and respond to what's going on around them. It might take a second, but you could definitely see throughout their games that they're jumping back on and they're not getting down and just getting beaten. Macias throws that one down low to Barakat. Barakat trying to find an open lane. This one from outside. And looks like we're going to have a foul on LTU.
Refs are in discussion. The whistle was blown before the 3 shot, and they counted it. That was a rather interesting play.
Yeah, definitely different there as Williams getting her second 3. So Wolverines up 8-3 here. And again, in the first game, the Blue Devils had a 3-0 lead early on and then just lost it throughout the first quarter. So Fisher's going to hit the Euro step, puts it up pretty.
That's one thing that Fisher does. She does not like to waste time. When she sees the lane, she takes it immediately, and she doesn't wait for everybody else to get down the court.
Yeah, if there's one word I could use to describe Fisher, it's fierce.
Yes.
She's an absolute fierce competitor. And that looks like it's going to be a blocking call on 12. Or 21, sorry. So Barakat getting her first foul of the game there.
Fisher is the ultimate playmaker. Even when the shot clock is going down, she makes something happen, tries to make the best of it.
Yeah, she just hit 500 assists, career assist for the Blue Devils a little bit ago. And now Gracie Mitchell checked in for the Blue Devils, the freshman or sophomore forward from Perrysburg, Ohio. And Fisher going to get an easy 2 on the fast break there. 7-8 game, 5:21 left in the first quarter.
Takeaway for takeaway.
And Mariah Taylor was screaming that she was wide open there in the right corner.
Yeah, she was wide open. There was nobody within the vicinity, and Taylor was their leader in the last game. She led UM-Dearborn with 16 points for UM-Dearborn that win in the last game against LTU.
So the Blue Devils definitely getting a lucky break there. Now Fisher up to Nagel.
UM-Dearborn is in a very effective zone defense.
And Mitchell put a shot up there, and that's the only thing that can really break down a zone is if they're going to have somebody hang up on the high part of the key. And if whoever's hitting middle zone doesn't pick them up, that's wide open jump shots all day.
Yep.
So one thing I've noticed so far this quarter is the Blue Devils are doing a really good job at switching and kind of calling them out.
Calling them out, switching them out.
And nice rebound there by Beatty.
The communication is key, especially on the defense.
Fisher's going to turn on the Jets there, but goes up and over the net there, and then nice rebound there by Bearcott. And Taylor over in the corner had a chance for the shot. Passes over to Macias. And we're going to have a quick foul there. As Long getting her first one, and Huey checking back in.
So far, both teams have not been able to capitalize on a couple of turnovers. Each team with 2 turnovers thus far apiece, and now resulting in points.
And India Grissom and Kiera Callison checking back in.
They've capitalized only on half the turnovers.
And Bearcott had some open lane there, but had the pass too low, couldn't take the shot. Now Wells puts it up. That's going to be nice 18-foot jumper from the corner. First points we've had here in a little bit in the first quarter. Now Beatty going to take it around the baseline and going to get the charge. So Wolverine ball there.
Right now the theme for the Blue Devils is just drive it to the basket. Find the lanes and just drive it and don't stop. And they've been doing a pretty good job of the drive, just trying to result in points there. But so far they've been able to contain UM-Dearborn.
Bearcott for 3, and that one's going to go air ball past the net. Now Fisher on the counterattack, turning on the speed, going to cut to the basket. And that's going to be 2 shots for Fisher. Fisher so far this season shooting just under 80%, but leading the Blue Devils in points by a considerable bit here with 437 points on the season. In second place with a difference of 217 points is Kylie Beatty with 220. So you can definitely tell that the offense goes through Beatty as both of those drop for her. Now Taylor over to the wing. Back up top to Wells. Williams and Taylor kind of giving a nice little give and go session here. It was put up there by Williams and she couldn't finish.
That was well defended. Kylie Beatty with a great set of defense right there. And it's the defense that's really kept this game close. So this is a big improvement since the last time these two teams met.
And usually we see Ferris make that little hook shot, but Bearcott doing a really good job of putting a lot of pressure on Ferris early on. Wells getting pressured herself. Huey and Macias. Bearcott. She's going to put it up. That one's going to cling off the rim. Fisher on the other way. Going to slow it up a little bit. Shoots it herself. Wide open for 3. That's going to be the Blue Devils' first 3 of the game. Now they're up by 2, 12-10 with 2:10 left in the game or quarter. Now Barricott was down in the paint, and she's going to get called for traveling, so the Blue Devils getting a quick change here.
That quick three by Fisher, I think, really set up the defense right there to have a great response.
And then Kiera Collison coming back in, the freshman from Livonia, Michigan. Nagel back. Nagel starting with the ball there. Ferris trying to find something, setting up a screen for Fisher. She's going to cut, sends it back to Ferris. And that's that classic give and go we've seen all season from Fisher and Ferris. Taylor now back to Williams, and her three-shot goes just a tad right.
Yeah, you see Jared Ferris, they keep beating her down low, just not been able to finish on quite a few baskets thus far at the start. Hopefully they can improve upon that.
Yeah, but it looked like Barricott kind of rolled her ankle a little bit there, so it's going to be interesting how Ferris does against the freshman Collison. Fisher trying to take it herself. That one's going to cling off the right side of the rim.
She's not afraid to run into traffic.
No, she's not. And Taylor tried to dive in, couldn't get it. Wells going to take it herself. Throws it up. Ferris got a hand on it. But still, UMD ball.
So far, the Blue Devils have been attacking the basket the most, leading away with 12 rebounds. UM-Dearborn with only 7 thus far.
Yeah, and that's a lot different than what we saw last game. I mean, it was still a close rebound battle. It was 3-shot there from Taylor. But Beatty with another rebound. But the Blue Devils were out-rebounded by 3, 36-39. And a lot of the stats, UMD just barely got the better of the Blue Devils, but it was just enough. This Huey, nice 2 points here as that one's going to bounce around, finally drops. Blue Devils up 14-10 with 32 seconds left in the first.
Like I said, they're not eager to shoot the 3 ball. This team really likes to work within the arc. Just try to keep it simple.
Taylor trying to do it all as that one's going to get a nice little tornado spin around the rim. 14-12 now. Fisher with 10 seconds left. She's going to cut right to the basket. Throws it back to Ferris off the glass. Nagel tries to put that one back up. Last second shot here for Taylor. She's going deep. And off the glass. And after first quarter, Blue Devils up 14-12. John, what are some of the things you're seeing there from the first quarter from the Blue Devils?
Well, that's a drastic change since the last time these two teams met. UM-Dearborn got the better of them last time, scoring 23. The defense really was the key for this first quarter because they were able to keep UM-Dearborn from taking so many wide open shots. And for UM-Dearborn, many shots that they took and just weren't going down. So the defense really responded. They were able to force a couple of turnovers, definitely crash the glass and get a lot of rebounds. So really it was the defense that really shined the most in this first quarter.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with you there. I think the renewed energy in the defense is what the Blue Devils have always been known for, is their hardcore defense, and then usually there's 2 to 3 shooters that they have. And this game is really showing that as Fisher looks like OG Fisher that we've all went to school with and know what she looks like.
Yep.
And then once she gets going, that means the outside lanes are going to be open up. So we might see Hugh with the ball here more in the second quarter and watch her shot start to pop off. And then that's going to open up other avenues, and I think that'll help open up Ferris down in the paint, who her defense has been awesome, but I think offensively she's been struggling because both centers for the Wolverines have been locking her down and doing a pretty solid job of just being there enough just to throw off the shot a little bit.
Yeah, and credit UM-Dearborn for their defense as well. This is only a 2-point game. Very close, not much high scoring.
There's Barricott there getting 2 points.
Not a single double-digit lead for either team thus far.
Yeah, Wolverines kind of jumped out there a little bit. Beatty's going to cut in. That's going to be a foul, 2 shots.
Perfect lane opportunity by Beatty.
And Sydney Williams, the former Wayne State person. Not really sure what you say when you used to go to a college. Now you go to a different one. Or transfer, there we go. Wayne State transfer. Is the first one not dropping for Beatty.
Shooting at only 78% overall this season at the line.
And the second one drops. Blue Devils grabbing the lead back here.
I would say that Kylie Beatty is definitely one of those blue-collar type players. She's not afraid to get rough. She's not afraid to get her hands dirty. She's willing to do anything to help this team win.
Yeah, Macias against Nagel here. She's going to cut left, backs up, puts a shot up. That one's going to go off the back of the rim. But, yeah, I agree with you. And for anybody that's talked to Coach Howergan, I swear that grit is probably in her top 3 words ever used. Because I've heard her say that more this season on her interviews, with me interviewing Huey for 3. There's one for Huey. Now we're starting to see the embers starting to turn up and get a little hotter.
When those outside shooters get hot, Huey, Maggie Long, when they get hot and they go on a little streak.
Yeah, and Taylor trying to get a spin jumper there. Just couldn't put it away. But, yeah, I definitely think if you had to describe a word for Beatty, it's grit.
Absolutely.
And again for Huey, 3. The Wolverines calling a timeout. Huey's heating up. So as we go into the timeout here, we're going to go into a short break with 8:24 left. Blue Devils up by 7, 21-14.
All for leaving opponents in our dust, linebackers and cancer alike. All for believing in ourselves, even when victory seems impossible. All for working tirelessly as one for the good of all around us. As the official healthcare provider of the Detroit Lions, Henry Ford Health System is proud to keep our greatest athletes and their biggest fans at their best. Henry Ford Health System, all for you. All for leaving opponents in our dust. Linebacker.
You haven't had it on that the whole time, have you? Okay. I was about to say. And we're back after the timeout. Macias with it up top. Throws that one down low to Wells. Wells getting absolutely hassled by Nagel and Ferris there, and that's going to be stolen by Huey. Huey on the wing trying to call for it. Fisher giving her back for 3. That one's going to ring off the rim. Back up top to Fisher. You could tell Huey's hungry for 3.
You give her a gap, she will take the shot.
Yeah, she's definitely a catch-and-shoot shooter. Now Fisher for 3. That one's going to ring off the front.
Both those shots were really close. Just hit off the top of the rim.
Yeah, and the Wolverines giving them that room now. A little too much respect for my taste. Taylor's going to try and pay back. That's going to go off the side of the rim. Now Fisher comes back down the court, slowing it up a little bit so the Blue Devils can get queued up. Huey with it up top. Now Ferris. Over to Huey on the wing. Back up top. Fisher open. She's going to cut in. Nagel with it. 18-footer. Off the side. Fisher almost able to come away with that one, but Sydney Williams is going to grab it herself. Now Macias going to stop. Shoot. Off the backboard and down. Fisher's going to grab a rebound.
No, and right out of that timeout, the Blue Devils had a pretty good double-team setup, which resulted in that steal and takeaway.
Yeah, I don't think the Wolverines were ready for that because it really threw off Wells down low. Huey over in the corner. That one's going to ring off the front, but Beatty's going to grab that offensive rebound. And just enough, like I said earlier, just enough pressure to throw off that shot. And Fisher with the block. She might be the smallest person on the court, but you give her a chance to show out, she's going to show out.
Always will. Always pulling through it at every single second of the game.
And not only that, she drew a foul for Mariah Taylor.
Clean block, able to take it away, able to get the ball back to LTU.
So Huey over on the wing. Top of the free throw line. Nagel losing it. Finds Fisher on the left wing. Almost stolen there. Beatty with it. She's going to throw it over to Nagel. She's going to cut in. Puts it up. 2 points. Nagel. 23 to 14 now. Fisher with the steal. That's another 2 for the Blue Devils. 25 to 14 now.
Always have eyes in the back of her head. She is that much aware.
And Brenna Bartlett butt check in along with Macias for U of M. And it's going to be a 3-shot, I believe, or 2. And Fisher's going to bring that one in. And 1.
They called it a charge.
Oh, I think they're wiping it off.
I mean, that one could go either way, really. Fisher charged hard right to the basket.
But, yeah, if you look at it at a ref, she's doing that every single time she drives. So it's kind of that, are we judging her because she's driving too hard consistently or because she drove a little harder that time? It's one of those way too close to calls. Macias' shot gets blocked by Huey.
No, it's not just only Fisher. You have Beatty and sometimes even Julia Huey. All Blue Devils like to drive hard to the basket when they see a lane.
Yeah, that's definitely something that Coach Howard's installed. Nice screen there by Beatty. Frees up Nagel. She's going to take the nice layup.
She did a little fake there. Thought she was going out to Fisher, and she just brought it back in, laid it in.
Now Wells with it up top.
U of M Dearborn changed to a man-to-man defense instead of staying with the zone.
3-shot for Grissom, and that one's going to drop. And I don't know, I might have stuck back with the zone if I was the Wolverines. They were holding up the Blue Devils, and now they switched to that man-to-man.
And now they're back to the zone.
Yeah, that's probably the best call if I was them. They switched for that man-to-man, and the Blue Devils went on a little run. Fisher for 3. That one's going to go off the side of the rim. Grissom's going to pick that one up.
I think Brooke Bowers, the head coach for U of M Dearborn, realized that they were giving away those lanes, and they switched back to the zone.
Wells tried to put it up there, but Barakat able to grab that offensive rebound. For 3 from Macias. That one's going to ring off the rim. And now the Blue Devils going to call a timeout. And it looks like we're going to have Maddie Long check back in here. And with this timeout, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back after.
We view technology a little differently at Lawrence Tech's College of Architecture and Design. We believe it makes lives better, more beautiful, that it enables people to connect and empowers them to create. We see technology as a reflection of people at their best, and that it should be designed to make us more human, not less. Come redefine technology with us at LTU's College of Architecture and Design. We view technology a little differently at Lawrence Tech.
And John, we're coming back from the timeout. I mean, we're looking at a different Blue Devil team here tonight that we've kind of seen shades of off and on all year. And this is the first time you've really seen them put 2 quarters together in the first half.
Yeah, probably the best 2 quarters that they put together probably all season long, especially in conference play. But they wanted the response after how the last time they faced U of M Dearborn.
Yeah, and Williams grabbing the steal there, but I definitely agree with my time playing college hockey. If you got to play somebody you lost to early in the season, and Beatty picking up the foul there. But when you lose to somebody early in the season and you get to play them again, either it's later in the season or in playoffs, I know with you playing college baseball, it's definitely I want payback, and I want it bad.
Yeah, but the difference between college baseball and basketball and most other sports is that you face the team twice in one day and not once and then later on. But yeah, definitely, if you don't get them once, you won the second time.
Yeah. And Williams dropping the first shot there. Wolverines finally break 20.
That's the second foul on Beatty.
Dominique Evans about to check back in for the Blue Devils. That one's going to drop too. So Nagel's going to check out, Evans in. So it kind of looks like Blue Devils is going for their distance shooter lineup with Long in, Huey in, and Fisher.
Yes, definitely. And if anything, for U of M Dearborn, they want to keep this game close going into the half.
And Evans going to get fouled there. But 3:14 left in the second quarter. And 27-22, Blue Devils up by 5. Now Huey to Fisher. Sends Long in motion. Fisher going to take the three. Downtown drains it. Blue Devils at 30.
Seems like Fisher was examining the defense of U of M Dearborn and realized that she had nobody open, so she decided to take the open shot.
And Macias kind of stepped up, looked at the shot real quick. Taylor over on the wing. Cut back, sends it over to Macias in the corner. Macias able to go underneath the basket, trying to create some space. Fisher on her tight. Now Bearcott over to Taylor for three. Off the rim. Fisher going to almost get the rebound there. And that's going to be a team rebound for the Blue Devils.
Coach Howerton was near the baseline pointing, almost as to say Macias went out of bounds.
I mean, definitely, it was definitely a close call there. But
no, that was a great defensive display by the Blue Devils there, resulting in the turnover.
Yeah, Long with it now. She looked for the three. They're going to call her for the travel. And she gave the ref that, really, look, we're going to call this. So Grissom's going to come in now as both Macias and Bearcott checking out. So we're going to see the return of Collison and Williams.
Taylor had an open lane right there, and that was almost a too easy bucket.
Yeah, finally able to cut off the Blue Devils' run here. And the thing with Long and Huey being in there with Evans, that opens up Fisher's that she can sneak around and try and find the open spot like right here. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Evans trying to get free, throws it over to Huey. That one's going to hit the right side of the rim. Now Wells got shut down on the fast break there. Fisher had a lot to do with that. Now Taylor tried to pull it, couldn't do it. Grissom trying to go against Huey here, sends it over to the right side to Williams. Down low to Wells. And that's going to be a foul there, I'm guessing, on Fisher.
She'll always look to help out down low, especially just trying to strip the ball away.
And it's actually on Ferris. She's getting her second. Now Gracie Mitchell and Nagel checking back in as Maddie Long and Ferris come out. And Grissom sends it back to Williams, and that one's going to clang off the front of the rim.
I think with those substitutions, they're really going to rely on the defense within the last minute here.
Yeah, and if I was Grissom, I would have pulled that shot. She was only 5 feet from the rim. She tried going for three to try and kill it instead of going for the easier shot. Fisher going to put that up and one with the Michael Jordan tongue show. You know she's feeling it right now. She's having a great game in this first half right now. She's already at 16 points in the first half.
Huey with 8. Nagel with 4.
Fisher shooting 50% right now on the game, 9 rebounds.
Blue Devils might be able to have one more possession here, and they will put it in the hands of Fisher to get the last shot.
Wells trying to find an open lane here. He's got Macias on the wing with Taylor. Taylor with it. Gonna step back, and then she's gonna drive the lane. That's gonna be an and one for Taylor. Nagel's gonna get the foul there.
Is that too far of a reach right there for Nagel? And Blue Devils, giving them the credit for the defense, they've been able to hold Taylor to only 6 points thus far. He's off the bench. She led the way in the last game with 16.
Now Fisher can take her time here. 20 seconds left in the half. A little bit of a double team there on Huey. Nagel with it. 10 seconds left. Fisher trying to create some room. Calling for the screen. She's going to take it down low. Dominic Evans going to put it up. That's it. Buzzer beater at the half. Blue Devils bring it 35-27 at the end of the first half. Definitely a complete night and day difference from game 1 to game 2 here, especially to end the season. And this is the way you want to look going into the postseason. What are some of your thoughts on that first half?
Defense, defense, defense. It has been the key throughout this entire first half. They showed very strong defense in the first quarter, probably their best defense of the whole game. But then they're able to capitalize on some mistakes by U of M-Dearborn. And U of M-Dearborn, they've not just been able to get all the shots going down. So really, Blue Devils crash the boards. They get the rebounds. They get to the other side of the court, and they just capitalize with points of their own. And it results in this lead right here with 35 points.
Yeah, and like I said at the very intro of the game, as the dance teams kind of take going here for the halftime show, but the Blue Devils, everything starts with Fisher. If she pops off, the rest of the team pops off. And yeah, they have times where other people step up, but for the Blue Devils, everything revolves around Fisher, and this game really shows that. I mean, she's got 16 points in the first half. That means she's going to open up Huey. Beatty's going off and going hard on defense with 7 rebounds. Ferris is having a little bit of a rough time down low, but I think in the second half we're going to see her wake up and start coming alive, because the Wolverines' defense is going to have to step out, because they got to take away those shots and the lanes away from Fisher and Huey, who's starting to warm up. So I think we're definitely going to see Ferris kind of turn a new leaf here in the second half.
Yeah, definitely. Just coming out of the locker room, it will be on the rest of the team to see who steps up and who is going to help out, because U of M-Dearborn, that zone defense is not going to go away, because when they switched to the man-to-man coverage, the Blue Devils started taking the open lanes, and they resulted in even more points. So I think U of M-Dearborn is going to stick with the zone defense throughout the remainder of this one.
Yep, so as we kind of go into the half here, we're going to take a short break ourselves, try and get a drink of water. So if you want to watch a awesome second half of basketball, and then the game after that, the men's team take on UMD, stay with us, and we'll be right back on the Lawrence Tech University Sports Network. are back for the second half of some Lawrence Tech basketball. And Blue Devil Nation, the women's team's up 35-27 right now. Fisher leading the way with 16 points. Definitely been impressive. Actually, 17. And Huey kind of showing up with 8. So Fisher's definitely showing out there in the first half. So, John, we were kind of talking there at the end of the half. But I think the more Huey or Fisher shows out, that's when we're going to see Ferris down low getting the looks. And then you got Huey opening up. So, I mean, what's your opinion on that?
So, no, and Blue Devils still leading away.
And just like that, Fisher from downtown again for 3, 38-27.
Well, an opening right there. But, no, Blue Devils still lead the way with points in the paint with 14, even though Ferris is struggling a bit down low.
Williams trying to go for 3 again, has really been on a cold streak from outside the arc.
I know Blue Devils are just taking every opportunity that they have, especially when UM-Dearborn is not hitting their shots.
Yeah.
And also when they crash the boards, too, leading away with 25 rebounds total thus far.
Yeah, and then, I mean, another 3 chance there, and it's going to be rebounded. Taylor kind of putting the skirts on Fisher. She's going to put a nice little Euro step. And, you know, that's one thing I've noticed so far from U of M. They could have $1 million move in a 5-cent finish and just can't put the simple layup away. And it's such a pretty move to get them there, but you got to finish. That's what's helping the Blue Devils.
No, and the Blue Devils, they're trying to keep things simple.
Looks like Ferris is going to get a blocking call there. But, yeah, as you were saying, the Blue Devils were trying to keep things simple here.
No, especially in the first half, they were not aggressive from shooting beyond the arc, especially when Huey got hot and then Fisher got hot. They still kept it simple. As another turnover is done there by U of M.
Yeah, and so far they have 5 turnovers just from the first half alone. And the Blue Devils actually have 6, but they have 3 steals. Where I think what's really helping them, honestly, is their rebounds, is they had a +9 rebound advantage. I think that's where they're really kind of taking care of, is Evans trying to put that one up. And there you go. Fisher almost with the runaway steal there. But Taylor, I feel like she's trying to do too much on her own right now. Like,
yeah,
Williams is shooting, and then Macias has been opening up lanes for her along with Wells, but she's doing too much.
And it seems like UM-Dearborn, they're trying to do too much, but really what they're doing is so simple, but they're just trying to make the finish harder than what it looks to be.
Now Macias with it going up against Fisher. She's going to swing to Barricott. Barricott can't put that away. Rebound by Ferris. Now Fisher the other way, sends that down low all the way, and Beatty getting stripped there. But Blue Devils still going to have the ball now. Neagle.
Another fast break. Blue Devils with 9 fast breaks. That is one key right there. They get the ball down the court in a hurry.
It looks like Nagel coming in, so the Blue Devils trying to switch it up a little bit, maybe get some more speed.
Well, and Ferris has 3 fouls thus far. They don't want anyone really fouling out this early.
Nice spin there by Fisher, and she's going to get fouled again. That's when you know Fisher's feeling herself, when she starts getting that smirk. I always thought it was funny since she was a freshman, she'd get fouled when she was having a good game and get a smirk. Definitely had some funny pictures from when I used to be a photographer.
No, she just forces the defense, and she tries to create failure from U of M-Dearborn, and she just forces them to foul.
As the first one drops there. And it looks like somebody that's on the U of M bench is trying to use one of the locker room hockey stick keys to try and interrupt Fisher. So that definitely shows that Fisher's getting under their skin. And Blue Devils look like they called a timeout there. So with 7:25 left in the third quarter, we're going to take a short break here on the Lawrence Tech Sports Network. Blue Devils 40, Wolverines 27. And we are back from the timeout break here. If you're just joining us, Blue Devils up by a bunch, 40-27. Now Wells going to try and take it herself, puts that one off the glass and in. The Wolverines kind of ending the run there. Now Fisher going to get double teamed. That's going to open up some lanes there. Huey on the corner from three. Off the side of the rim, almost bounced right back in. Taylor, she's going to take it herself. And Nagel able to kind of get that out of her hands, but still Wolverine ball.
Blue Devils momentarily had a 13-point lead. That is their largest lead since their 11-point lead in the second quarter.
And I think that says a lot. I mean, in the very beginning, the Wolverines had a 5-point lead, and we were both worried that it was going to be a repeat as Bearcat tries to put that one up, and Beatty gets a nice rebound. And then we saw the Blue Devils kind of turn it around and kind of, all right, now you had your fun. Now it's time for us to play and get serious.
Yeah, they showed up in the first quarter with tremendous defense, and then they really took it away in the second quarter, leading away with 21 points.
And I think this was a smart move by Coach Howergan, is putting Beatty down in the paint because she's one of your top rebounders. And Beatty trying to call for a foul there on Macias. She kind of got pushed down there trying to go out of bounds for the inbound.
That was only like the third time in which UM-Dearborn tried the full court press. Blue Devils thus far been able to break through it all three times.
Yeah, but I think this is smart, sending Beatty down in the paint. She's kind of got a bit more speed, but that shot's going to get blocked, and it's back to Wolverine ball. But I think Beatty versus Bearcat, I think Beatty's got the speed advantage there.
Well, Ferris coming back in. I think they're going to try to work down low for a little bit more because Ferris really needs to get it going.
So Wells, he's got 2 fouls there, it looks like.
Seems like UM-Dearborn trying to play matchup.
And looks like we're going to have another timeout call here on the Blue Devils. So Blue Devils calling a timeout here as Wolverines kind of make a little short comeback here.
Yeah, they're going to keep it close. There's no doubt about that. And UM-Dearborn has been a better road team than they have been at home. They're basically 7-8 while they're away because they make the home team really work for it. So they're not going to go away quietly.
And it looks like we had a short timeout break here. So I think this was just kind of a momentary lapse by the Blue Devils potentially. So hopefully we kind of see them jump back onto the straight and narrow here that they've really been on the whole game. But this kind of comes down to that, can they play a full 40 minutes? And, you know, they've kind of been sticking to it, and when Ferris isn't working, okay, let's send Beatty down low. We're still going to get the rebounds either way, but maybe she'll get some better shots.
They're always going to look to one other player to try to get the job done.
Yeah, as Fisher's shot there bangs off the front. Now Wells tries to take it herself, kind of loses it. That's going to be Blue Devil ball. But that's kind of where, talking to Coach Howergan earlier, where the team culture and chemistry kind of comes into play there, because they have to understand and work with each other to keep the ship righted and kind of keep going. Down is Beatty again, trying to go and can't send it.
Seems like for both teams, when they try to finish a lay, they're going too hard to the basket.
And that went through about 3 or 4 legs there. So with our brothers on the soccer side of the pitch, that'd be a good 4 nutmegs. So 4:46 left in the third. Wolverines kind of making a slight comeback here. Been on a bit of a run here the last 6 points. As there's going to be a 3-shot from Taylor, and that goes off the back of the rim. Ferris with the rebound.
Taylor tries to keep shooting from beyond the arc. Has not made many after she led the way in the last time these two teams met.
And Taylor's 3 for 11 so far this game. She's 0 from 4 from deep. Fisher's going to try and cut in. And Fisher drawing another foul there against Macias. They've kind of been battling all game. And that's going to be Macias's first foul of the game.
Well, you remember the last time Kendall Fisher tried to drive along the baseline, she was called for a charge. That time, she was able to get the blocking call.
So, yeah, so I'd be interested to see what the difference is there. But I also find it interesting that every time that Macias comes out, Barricott comes out too. So that those two positions basically stick together on their check-ins.
Well, there's different combinations you can work with, especially if you got good bench players. Therefore, you try different plays, try different setups every time when you bring some new, fresh people in.
Yeah, but the thing that interests me most is when they send in Kira Callison. I don't know if they're using her more for screens, because so far this game she doesn't have any stats. And then you send in Williams, who's a solid three-point shooter, so you have Macias and Barricott where they're both putting up baskets. I mean, Barricott's only got 1 basket so far today, but Macias is, well, both of those two each have a basket, so that's 4 points between the two, but Williams has 9, and Callison sitting a big goose egg, so it's definitely interesting to see those two changes.
Well, we're going to see just what kind of playmakers are going to let loose for both teams.
And Huey lighting it up, and this is what we want to see from Huey as we go down the back stretch here.
That's her 3rd 3-ball of the game.
Huey with 11 now. 4 for 9 on the night. And Wells going to put that one up off the front of the rim. Beatty with another rebound.
Beatty knows how to crash the board. She is basically under the basket no matter what side of the court that she's on.
And Beatty with her 9th rebound there. Official already in double-double territory. And if Ferris could get going down low, Beatty for 3. That one's going to cling off the side. But I guarantee you if Ferris could have hit some of those shots early on in the game, Fisher would definitely be in territory of a triple-double going into the second half here.
Beatty with another rebound. UM-Dearborn really not crashing the boards that much when they take the outside shots.
So just between Fisher and Beatty, that's 20 rebounds for the Blue Devils.
Seems like they had Huey available down low momentarily.
And that one's going to just skip off the rim. And Barricott and Macias coming back in for the Wolverines. So's Nagel for the Blue Devils. Now Grissom trying to find Wells, and now it's a bit of a scramble there. Wells back with it. Good cover by the freshman from Livonia, Callison.
Fisher twice on that possession for UM-Dearborn. She was able to strip the ball away. You cannot turn your back on Kendall Fisher. She will come up from right behind you and try and knock it away.
Now Huey checking out, and Gracie Mitchell, the freshman nursing major, checking in.
Beatty talking with the official on that last call because that's her third foul.
Yeah, so Nagel and Mitchell checking in. And both of those drop for Wells. So 46-37, Blue Devils kind of woke up there a little bit, killed that run. And now 1:21 left in the third quarter. Blue Devils slowly and steadily trying to creep away, but the Wolverines kind of wake up after a little bit, go on a little bit of a run, then go back to sleep here. Nice give and go there, Chance. Nice offensive rebound by Mitchell. She puts that up, gets fouled, 2 shots.
It's when they get those opportunities down low in the paint, which the Blue Devils, Ferris and Mitchell, they've just not been able to capitalize and finish the bucket.
Yeah, and I think there's been plenty of chances there, and that's probably going to be something that Coach Howergan mentions after the game, that the chances they've had. So definitely wish I could be a fly on the wall after this game, because I definitely think if they could take care of points in the paint here, as points in the paint per game. I got it somewhere in my stats here. We'll get back to the show here. Is Beatty and Fisher kind of scrambling there. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Beatty open for 3, takes a shot off the back rim. Shot clock resets. The Wolverines getting the rebound. Right, Taylor gets it. Over to Macias. Barricott up top to Taylor. She kind of cuts through, tries to throw it to Macias in the corner, but nobody home.
About a 1.2 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. But knowing the Blue Devils with the ball in their possession, they're going to run this out.
Yeah, so last game, the Wolverines outscored the Blue Devils 34-20 in the paint. So definitely probably something that was mentioned before, but Blue Devils doing a lot better job on defense this game of kind of taking care of the paint and cleaning out the house, as we'd say in hockey. And kind of taking care of the trash is Fisher trying to do some crossovers, puts up that hook shot. That one's going to go off the glass. Banks open. And Taylor trying to go for the long-range bomb to end the third quarter. And Blue Devils up 48-37, back to an 11-point lead. And we're going to take a short break here in between the third and fourth. We'll be right back on the LTU Sports Network. And we're back after the timeout, or the quarter break there. My brain is all over the place right now, John. But we were kind of talking in between the quarter break there about the points off of turnovers from last game. Blue Devils were outscored 30-12 in points off of turnovers last game, and that really kind of showed the point difference as it looks like Mitchell's going to draw the foul there on Barricott.
No, and really minimum turnovers for both teams. It's just basically the amount of shots that they take, and not much has gone down. For U of M-Dearborn, it's the outside shots. Not a lot have gone down. For the Blue Devils, it's points in the paint, and they've had many opportunities to add on more, and they have not been able to capitalize.
And Barricott, we haven't really seen her take any free throws so far today, as these are her first two. She drains both of them.
U of M-Dearborn's only 6 of 9 thus far at the free-throw line. Blue Devils 8 of 13.
And nice rebound there by Barricott. But yeah, Barricott only shooting 67% from the free throw line. So, I mean, those are some much needed points here for the Wolverines as Beatty's going to grab the steal. She's going to put that up herself, and Barricott's going to draw Fowler on the shot, and absolutely bewildered she got called for a foul there.
That was all the game plan. They didn't realize she had the lane. She realized Barricott was in the vicinity, so she just timed it up right to where she knew that the foul was going to be called.
And I really thought Beatty was going to pass over to Mitchell there as they were on a roll with a head full of steam, but Beatty probably wanted to get some more points, and I don't blame her. I mean, sometimes getting some quick free throws under your belt can really help you, as she's only got one basket right now.
Shooting 78%, one of their top free throw shooters.
So Taylor with it against Fisher. And looks like it's going to be a push-off, I believe.
On Nagel. It was on the floor before any shot was made.
And Macias over there in the corner getting pressure from Nagel. Nagel putting up her best D. Up top to Taylor. Taylor drops that one to Barricott. That's going to be a travel on Barricott, another turnover.
The defense coming through once again. They were solid in the first half, and there was just another example. Addie Nagel putting her best display on the court.
And Evans almost losing that one, and that she does. That's going to be the Wolverine ball. So far.
Just got away. Because Fisher was coming on the other side of the court. She had an open lane. If Evans just held on to that ball a little bit more, Fisher probably would have had a shot of the lane.
Yeah. And turnovers right now. Blue Devils winning the turnover battle 8-7 and winning the points off turnovers 10-8. And the rebounds 33-27. So definitely a tale of two different games here. Is the only thing the Blue Devils were leading in the last game was free throw percentage at 75 and assists at 14. And Ferris getting her fourth there.
This has been a rough night for Jade Ferris and not being able to capitalize down low in the paint and now getting into foul trouble just here at the early start.
Barricott barely able to get that out to Macias now. Barricott versus Mitchell. And down goes Barricott, and that's going to be Blue Devil ball. Now Macias trying to complain to the ref.
Great defense right there by Gracie Mitchell, just coming in for Ferris. And now U of M-Dearborn with another full court press.
Yeah, they got to do something to combat the Blue Devils here. So 8:08 left in the fourth. 50-39 right now. And Nagel's cutting in, puts up the pressure, and Barricott able to get another rebound.
it's drives like that in which just a little bit too strong on the finish and just rolls right out the front side.
Now Bearcat with 6 rebounds today. She's going to put this one up. Gets her 7th. Swings that outside to Taylor. And Beatty just got popped in the mouth there.
That was a shot.
Yeah, that one had some oomph on it. And
that got her square in the face overall.
That's one of those nose poppers where it just hits you just right in the nose and makes your eyes tear up and everything in your face just hurt a little extra. But luckily there's no blood, so hopefully after she kind of gets everything settled.
Gets all the cobwebs out, I'm pretty sure she'll be back. Like you said earlier, the one word to describe her is grit. So that shot's not going to take her out for very long.
Nah, she's already getting some water and talking to Taylor behind the bench, so I definitely expect her to be in the next 2 minutes. Now Nagel to Fisher up top. Fisher gonna cut in. Nice little floater that goes wide, but Evans with the offensive rebound. Now Nagel diving, Macias able to grab it, and Evans gonna rip that one out, and that's gonna be a jump ball. That's going to be Blue Devil ball.
With Beatty out, Beatty was their leading rebounder. So let's see who else steps up and crashes the board.
Yeah, and Beatty is leading the rebound battle between her and Fisher right now with 11. So Beatty had the last few rebounds there. Nagel getting double teamed. And Coach Howard calling a quick timeout there to try and get.
That was smart right there. Because realizing they would have called a jump ball and the possession would have gone to UM-Dearborn. So knowing that they had the possession, Coach Grace Howardson wisely called a timeout. Nagel was in traffic right there underneath the basket.
Yeah, so definitely an interesting point there.
It's all about strategy and knowing what to do in quick decisions like that, especially when you know that you have the possession, and this is almost basically a must-win for the Blue Devils. They want to end the season on their highest note, so they're going to take every opportunity.
So 7:13 left in the game. Evans going to inbound this one. Give and go with Fisher. Macias going to grab that one. Now the Wolverines going the other way. Wells to Taylor. Out to Macias. Macias trying to find somebody. Sends that one outside to Taylor. Taylor was looking for the three. Can't do it. She's trying to bounce her way in. And that's going to be 2 shots.
Kendall Fisher with a look of shock. She thought that she was grabbing the ball long enough for him to call a jump ball.
So that foul is going to be on Huey. That's going to be her first of the game.
That's the thing that Fisher does. She will go after the ball at all costs.
The band getting into it now. This is the always faithful Blue Devil band joining us today. Haven't seen them in a while. It's kind of good to get a sense of normalcy back in these games. I know COVID's still kind of going on, but it's nice to see the Blue Devil nation back to where it was, as that shot's going to drop for Taylor.
Fisher leading the way with 27 points, and Huey's right behind her with only 11. So again, Fisher's been doing a whole lot of the work.
And Mitchell kind of backing up Fisher there as she almost got her pocket pick. Now Mitchell trying to find some room down in the paint, puts that one up. Almost able to come away with a rebound there. but Barricott doing damage.
Between Jade Ferris and Gracie Mitchell, they have not been able to capitalize on those moments in the paint.
And Mitchell's going to rip that one away, and that's going to be another jump ball. Wolverine possession.
Ferris coming back in as 4 fouls, so this is going to be critical right here. Hopefully she can get something going with the remainder of this quarter.
So right now with their 3 people that usually we see score a lot in the paint between Beatty, Mitchell, and Ferris, they are 1 for 13 down there. So that really shows us. Nice 3 by Huey. And this is going to be a timeout for the Wolverines with 5:36 left in the game. Blue Devils with a nice 13-point lead, 53-40. But between Beatty, Ferris, and Mitchell, they're 1 for 13 right now down low. And that's usually where we see a lot of their shots come from.
Because that's their game plan. They work down low, and they're not eager to shoot the 3 ball. But they will go to their outside shooters when they see them open and when they need them the most.
And what I'm really surprised is we haven't seen Maggie Long shoot any from 3 today, but Huey and Fisher 7 for 17 from deep today. So that's a nice 21 point.
But I guess the game plan coming into this for the Blue Devils was just containment, was to contain UM-Dearborn with their shots and to basically get the defense going. So I think the whole game plan was defense related.
And I think they've done one heck of a job doing that. As Grisham's going to miss that one. But, I mean, they have contained Taylor to only making 3 shots. She's 3 for 12 right now, 0 for 4 from deep. And she has 8 points, but 2 of them from the free throw. And that's going to be a traveling on Macias, so Blue Devil ball. But really, for field goals, they've held her to 6 points. And I think that says a lot because last game she had 16. And like you said at the beginning of the game, 4 of the Wolverines were in double digits for points, and right now Wells is the only one with 12. And that's going to be another scramble for a rebound. Nagel able to come away with that one. That's going to be her second rebound of the game. She sends that down low. Ferris, give and go. 2 points for Nagel.
And finally, a repeat shot goes in. There have been so many drives like that to the basket, basically a crossover layup, in which not many have gone down. That's the first one that's gone down in a while.
Wells trying to drive here, and she's going to get the 2 shots. And let's see who's getting the foul there. And Fisher getting the foul. Now we got Mariah Taylor checking back in, the senior from Rochester Hills, Michigan. And Wells' first shot drops. Really been the main source of offense for this Wolverine team with their 12 points. I mean, the second closest is Sydney Williams. She's got 2 3-pointers and 3 free throws.
No, Blue Devils haven't been able to contain it, and UM-Dearborn, they just not had many shots go down.
But yeah, Wells, who has really been the main source of offense, she's a 40% shot percentage, 21% from deep, and 6th in conference. She's actually 56.6% from the free throw line, so definitely tell conference games have been a lot harder on her. So Nagel trying to create some space against Taylor. Over to Fisher on the wing. Down low to Ferris. Give and go again. Tried to do the repeat give and go, but Macias able to grab that one.
I don't think Jade Ferris was expecting the bounce back pass.
Now Macias trying to go down low to Barricott, and Ferris going to take that one back. Gets a little revenge here late in the game.
That was a big gutsy. Remember, Jade Ferris' 4 fouls.
Yeah, 3:40 left in the game. Now Beatty, and what I tell you, right back in. Wouldn't expect anything else from Beatty.
Now that shot right there.
And then jumper from Beatty from the elbow. It's going to go left side. Wells trying to carry it herself off the glass. Huey able to swat that rebound over to Fisher. Fisher's going to try and turn on the Jets. Down low to Ferris. And there it is. That's what we've been looking for all game from Fisher and Ferris.
The combination has come alive.
And still with a bunch of time left on the clock, with 3:13 left in the fourth.
At their largest lead with 15 since their 11-point lead. And UM-Dearborn's been able to keep this within an 11-point lead for the Blue Devils.
And the band playing one of their favorites, Sweet Caroline. So with 3:13 left and a 15-point difference, do you think, if you were in that lineup right now and in that huddle with the Wolverines and you were the coach, what would you be saying here to try and claw back 15 points in less than 3:30?
They just got to finish their shots. Even the most simplest of layups, they have not been able to go in. They're going too hard to the basket. They're too hard in their finishes. It's just that all the shots that UM-Dearborn has taken, not many have gone down, even the most simplest ones. So with this much time left, 15-point deficit, UM-Dearborn's really got to rely on the simple shots and putting them in.
Yeah, and I think on top of that, they really got to take away the shot chances from Fisher. I mean, because she's driving and they're following, and then it's opening up top. And Taylor right there, another air ball. It's one of those shots where I just don't think that was the right one to make, where they should have settled real quick and tried to catch the Blue Devils off guard again.
No, and the Blue Devils, give them credit because they work at fast pace, especially on the offensive side.
And Beatty able to save that one. Up top to Nagel. She's going to swing around to the right side. A lot of pressure from Grissom to Beatty. She's going to cut in. Tries to put up a shot, but Wells going to block it. And Barricott's going to grab the rebound. Now Grissom over to Taylor. She's going to Euro step. Nice 2 points there. And another full court press from the Blue Devils, or from the Wolverines.
That's only worked one time in which the ball got away from the Blue Devils and went out of bounds. Blue Devils have been able to really break up that full court press.
Yeah, they've been finding open passing lanes. As Ferris is going to try and save that one. She did, but sent it right back to Wells. And Ferris trying to make up for the mistake. And able to get a paw in there and grab it. Now Beatty's going to snag that steal, and Nagel's going to try and run down the clock here. 1:30 left in the game.
Wolverines on that possession looked very sloppy, almost like they weren't really communicating that well. They didn't have a game plan attack, and Blue Devils just capitalized and were able to take it away.
And it looks like Huey's going to get the call there. Sorry. Yeah, Huey's going to get the call there for a blocking foul.
Almost an illegal screen. Just only her second foul. And Blue Devils are trying to close this one out.
And Barricott obviously angry with the ref.
Beatty took a tumble, but still, The word grit, that's how you describe her. She's going to stay in there and finish out this one.
And Dominique Evans and Gracie Mitchell checking back in. But that's going to be Bearcats' 4th foul with a minute left in the game.
Under a minute left. The Blue Devils are really going to just try to contain, work on defense, hopefully try to put the finishing touch.
And still Blue Devils ball, but Grissom going to get called for the push-off there. So 51.8 seconds left in the 4th. Blue Devils up 57-44. Definitely a almost a reverse of the score, but just a little bit better. Beatty trying to put that one up. That's bouncing around there. Bearcats going to grab her 10th rebound of the game. And another timeout by the Wolverines with 38.3 left.
Healthy lead for the Blue Devils with almost half a minute left. If LTU finishes this thing out, they're going to look back on it and say, today we played our best defense because we knew that what happened last time, we don't want to happen again, and this is how we want to finish our season.
And I mean, the Blue Devils, I think, played some of their best defense because so far they've been allowing their opponents to score 62.9 points a game, and they've been absolutely dominant. They held U of M to 30% shooting, 15% from deep. And there's 3 for the Wolverines there. Drop it to 10-point difference. Now Fisher trying to get some pressure here with 28 seconds left. And now timeout called by the Wolverines. And we kind of talked about before the broadcast even started if bench points were going to have anything to do today. And really, the bench for both teams not really doing much. Blue Devils only have 6, Wolverines only have 4. So.
Well, yeah, but I think for LTU, they really just relied on their best defenders off the bench because I think they were really trying to focus on scoring most of their shots because they knew that they had to play better defense this time around against the Wolverines.
Yeah, but I always find it that the Blue Devils, their bench players, they come off and they show out. So it's really surprised me today that we only see 6 points from the bench.
But I guess as the game went along and they realized that their defense was their greatest weapon, I guess they just relied more on that throughout the majority of this game, and it's really helped out because now they have a 10-point lead, 27.9 seconds left. I think they're just going to let the defense just finish the rest of this one.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you there. And I think the Blue Devils did a really good job at taking chances when they needed to.
Yes,
and that's
definitely
what helped them jump out here. And that pass right there opened it up. Now let's see what Beatty does. Fisher getting double teamed. I swear,
trying to run out the clock.
I swear, you could tell that girl to find her way out of a postage stand that has walls. And Huey end the game with the 3. And even she's looking like, I guess it went in.
Huey putting the exclamation point on this one and on the season.
And Huey and Coach Howard having an eye conversation there. If only we could hear what was being said down there on the floor. But
if you missed it, Kendall Fisher was running around the court with a smile on her face right before she passed it off to Huey.
That one's going to bounce off. Another chance. And at the end of the game, Blue Devils going to win this one 59-47. And I feel like this is a big win. They got pretty much dominated in the first game against the Dearborn Wolverines early in the season. And then to cap off your season like this, going into postseason, I think this is exactly what you want. You want that type of momentum going into playoffs. So definitely interested to see how the Blue Devils do in the conference playoffs in the WAC. I mean, what's your opinion on that, John?
No, this game was important. This last game of conference play, last game of the season, going into the playoffs, the defense was the key for this game. And as they soon realized that after the first quarter, just as the game went on, the defense just showed up. UM-Dearborn was not able to hit their shots all game long, and so therefore the defense showed up. It forced a couple of turnovers, and so therefore they did contain the Wolverines in this one the second time around.
Yeah, I agree with you. I just think the Wolverines were a bit too aggressive because they knew that Blue Devils' defense was going to be solid. But as we move on to our second game of the night, the men's team taking on Michigan Dearborn Wolverines. Let me check my words there. We're going to take a short break and hope you join us for the second broadcast on the Lawrence Tech University Sports Network.